Nothing. What's wrong with your shoulder?
Okay. Tighten up.
Tank know that move. He's stepping around. Good work.
Because he believes that Floyd couldn't take that someone else is in the limelight. Like he couldn't stomach it. So Floyd Mayweather seeking the attention.
It was more so of back and forth, and then once I got tired, then it was like a little, like he picked up a little bit. But it was nothing like crazy like.
Right.
Floyd Mayweather shared a sparring video where Gervonta Davis is seen getting knocked out. Recently, Tank said he was always in a no-win situation with Floyd and even accused him of hurting his career. Now that Tank has left his team, Floyd seems to be acting unfairly and trying to hurt his image even more.
I was in a lose-lose situation. Now, what came out still on top.
With Floyd? You said, what was the lose-lose situation? What you mean?
Just a little situation that he put me in to, make me lose. But he thought I was going to lose.
You talking about like a boxing match or?
Yeah, boxing match.
Ooh, if you don't mind. If you don't want to, it's fine.
Joseph Pedraza, my first world title. I was 16-0. I was 21 at the time, and I haven't fought in like 7 or 8 months. And around that time, I wasn't making that much money. I probably was making like $10,000 a fight. So 6 months is crazy to not fight, So when they came back and it was like, all right, you gotta fight. He was like, you gotta fight this fighter, which is Joseph Pedraza. If you don't fight him, you're not fighting. You're sitting on the shelf. So I had to fight him. In the midst of all that happened, I got evicted. I had to sell my jewelry. So now, and remind you, I'm letting them boxers that you talking about, I'm putting them on game, letting them know what's going on. Like, see, this was happening. Like, you feel me? I'm letting these guys know. So when it be like people saying they want to fight me, it's
like, how could you, nigga? I was the one that was giving you game when I was going through it.
Yeah.
When I was at the lowest part of my career, I was telling y'all niggas how so you wouldn't have to get here. And now it's like betrayal almost.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you think Floyd did that intentionally?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Why? After so much time? After I guess, again, after what we think he helped you come into the game, he gave you the spotlight. Like, why would he try to diminish your career?
Because at that time, I don't want to go too deep into it because I don't want to bring up but it was somehow that they were saying that I was messing with his daughter off of the fact that she kept Snapchatting me.
Okay.
She kept hitting me on the...
When asked about his split with Mayweather, Davis stayed calm but spoke honestly. He said he realized Floyd would always make choices that helped himself first. There was no use expecting loyalty when it was all about control and looks. Davis said he's moved on and doesn't regret anything.
I remember first hearing an issue between Floyd and Gervonta before Gervonta fought Pedraza. And the issue I heard was that Floyd didn't want Gervonta to stay in Baltimore because he felt there was too many distractions for him in Baltimore, and he wanted to stay in Vegas. And the story I was told at that time was that Floyd gave Gervonta one of his penthouses or one of his apartments in the Palms Hotel, and he said, "This is your apartment. I'll furnish it for you." He got him a Jeep. At the time, Gervonta was not a world champion. He got him like a Jeep, a 4x4. He basically said, "I'll make it comfortable for you. I don't want you to go to Baltimore. I want you to stay here. I don't think Baltimore is the place for you, And what I was told was Gervonta sold all the furniture, sold the Jeep, and went back to Baltimore and bought a Benz. That's what I was told at the time. So
Ryan Garcia recently brought up an old rumor again, saying that Gervonta Davis was knocked out during a sparring match. According to him, everyone in the boxing world already knows about it. Garcia said this isn't just talk from the locker room. He also claimed that even Floyd Mayweather has mentioned it before.
Like I said, he's delusional. But one thing I do know is he did get knocked out by somebody in Floyd's gym. Everyone knows it. Every single person knows. Everybody over here has heard that story. And I don't want to hear no lies. You guys all know he got knocked out cold by some Russian. I don't know if he was a Russian fighter. Somebody knocked him out cold.
An old sparring video came out showing Devin Haney doing better than Gervonta Davis. Fans soon noticed that the video was actually shared by Floyd Mayweather himself. In the clip, Davis is moving backward while Haney controls the fight. This wasn't just a random video, it seemed like a planned move. Many people think Mayweather shared it to make Davis look weak and take focus off his own fighter's skills.
Ask the question. it ain't even worth asking because it was a one-way deal. It only one man controlled it, and that was Devin Haney.
And that was Devin Haney. Gervonta Davis didn't stay quiet either. He talked about his own sparring sessions with Haney and said that whenever he started doing well, Mayweather would stop the session. Davis claimed this happened more than once, and it made him feel the sparring wasn't fair. It also made him wonder if Mayweather ever really wanted him to succeed.
Adrian had the weigh-in. So from his weigh-in, they meet us at the food spot. So from there, we go to the gym. So remind you, they already got this set up. Floyd already got it set up. He already posted on Instagram. It probably was like 100 people in there, and he turned the heat up. That's what Floyd do. He turned the heat up in the gym while you in there. So he turned the heat up. Boom. We spar, but while we sparring, Floyd is in the ring. Like every time I'm punching, Floyd like grab my hand, like yank it back, whereas though I can't even punch Devin. So it was times that like I catch Devin, boom, or I'm about to swing and Floyd like yank my hand back, or he'll push me to the ropes. Like he was actually like touching me while we were sparring. Like
why?
Like, he was, cause it was like Devin was his guy, cause Devin was training at his gym at the time. So, and he was training with his father. So, Devin was on. I mean, Floyd was on Devin's side.
Sounds
so
like
that's
a conspiracy to me.
Yeah, but later down the line, probably about like a couple months. No, this was recently. Not recently, but probably like 2 years ago. I asked Devin to like come to like spar me. And he was like, "No, I ain't no sparring partner." I had somebody hit him up that was close to him.
Davis also talked about a problem he noticed with Mayweather, how he always took the spotlight. On the same day as one of Davis's big press conferences, Floyd held his own media event and took all the attention. Davis felt like this wasn't just a random thing. Instead of feeling supported, he felt pushed aside and ignored, even when it was supposed to be his special moment.
Mayweather ghosted him. Didn't show up to his press conference. Said the nigga had a press conference today, the same day as my press conference. No matter how much money you have, you can still be a jealous motherfucker. Tank went on to say that Floyd is jealous of him, that he has a lot of jealousy and envy in his heart. Well, Floyd didn't take too kindly to it.
To make things worse, Mayweather didn't even show up to Davis's event. Fans quickly noticed he was missing, especially since Davis was still signed with Mayweather Promotions at the time. It gave the impression that Davis was alone, and it hurt the idea that Floyd was supporting him. For Davis, Mayweather's silence said more than words ever could.
After seeing what I seen when Gervonta Davis was talking about the beef between him and Floyd Mayweather and how he wanted him to lose against Jose Pedraza, when I watched the end, when they was announcing Tank as the winner, you could see Floyd Mayweather in the back just looking salty, wiping his nose. He not even really clapping. He looking like, damn, this nigga beat the odds. But y'all, this shit is crazy. Look at this photo. Look how Floyd is looking at Gervonta like, damn, I wanted you to lose for real. The whole fight hit different. Y'all need to go watch it over. This shit crazy, fool. So if people don't know, allegedly the beef stemmed from Floyd Mayweather's daughter Snapchatting Gervonta on Snapchat. I'm guessing people when Floyd Cam got wind of that and they told Floyd like, hey, I think Gervonta knocking your daughter boots. Floyd said, Gervonta knocking my daughter boots? Nah. Then they showed on the proof. They like, look, the proof is in the pudding and he's all up in it. She Snapchatting him. Floyd couldn't believe his eyes. He said, this nigga, man, after I put him on, that's how he gonna do me? He gonna do my daughter? So next thing Gervonta know, Floyd didn't even talk about it. He didn't even bring up the situation that his daughter was getting but doinked. He just told him, your next match is against a world title holder named Jose Pedraza. And Gervonta goes, oh, Slim, I don't think I'm ready for that. And Floyd said, well, you better get ready, because if you don't take this fight, I'ma hang you on the shelf. You gonna be washed up. So in Gervonta mind, all the odds were stacked against him on this fight because he had onlookers that was supposed to be in his camp wishing him to lose. Just over a mishap because he said he didn't knock Floyd Mayweather's daughter boots off. He said she sure wanted him to get that thing dusted though.
Even after Davis scored a big win against Jose Pedraza, Mayweather didn't seem happy. Cameras showed Floyd's reaction at ringside, and instead of celebrating, he looked tense and bothered. Fans could tell something wasn't right. Some thought Mayweather was upset because Davis was rising too quickly and becoming a star on his own.
He the one told Frank that I was running at 7 o'clock in the morning, Friday. He told Frank that. He was giving Frank tips and stuff like that. I seen his people's drive by while I was running. It's cool. It's all right. I don't really think too much of it. He's not gonna hurt me. You know what I mean? So it's good to beef with him than be cool with him because he can do some crazy stuff. He'll put you in bad situations.
As Davis got ready for a future fight with Frank Martin, new accusations came up that Mayweather had shared Davis's training videos with Martin's team. There were also rumors that Floyd gave Martin tips on how to take advantage of Davis's weaknesses. If true, it would be a major betrayal and make their already shaky relationship even worse. Right before Davis's rematch with Lamont Roach, more sparring footage leaked online, showing Davis in a weak moment. The timing made people suspicious. Many fans believe Mayweather shared the video to create doubt about Davis's preparation and mess with his confidence before the fight. It looked like another planned move by Floyd.
And that was Gervonta Davis. He had basically said that some people are just jealous-hearted, and basically it looked like he was alluding to Floyd Mayweather having his press conference with the Anderson Silva card on the same day because he believes that Floyd couldn't take that someone else is in the limelight. Like he couldn't stomach it. So Floyd Mayweather, seeking the attention, decided to try to upstage him, which Floyd has done that in the past. Like you look at the fight with Canelo versus Golovkin, everybody was looking forward to that fight, and then out of nowhere Floyd announced that he was fighting Conor McGregor, and it kind of stole the steam away from Canelo Golovkin, and it took the sails out of it took some air out of the sails of Canelo Golovkin, because people were looking for that fight and people were like, okay, that's the best fight in the calendar. But then Mayweather and Conor McGregor, just their personalities, they came with this crazy energy and a press tour, and it just diverted attention away. So he has done it before, but now he's being accused of doing it to his own fighter by the fighter himself, possibly, because again, it was subliminal, and then that's what people are thinking. So Floyd responds to this, and he says, as far as me being jealous of anyone, and I'm not talking about my fighters, I mean, God has truly blessed me and put me in a position to be able to give back to my fighters. If giving back is jealousy, then that's what it is. Fighters and individuals are going to feel like they want to feel. And my job is to always be a bigger person and continue to stay positive.
Davis has made it clear. He thinks Mayweather has a hard time letting others have the spotlight. Even when fighters under his promotion do well, Floyd always finds a way to turn the attention back to himself. Whether it's through social media, posts, surprise interviews, or announcing new exhibition fights, he always makes sure he stays in the spotlight. Davis believes that deep down, Mayweather felt threatened by the idea of being replaced. As Davis became more popular, people started comparing him to Floyd. But instead of supporting him, Mayweather seemed to distance himself.
First of all, Floyd don't never want to see no one like a fighter do better than them. How the say Terrence Crawford should fight Benavidez? That don't make no fucking sense. He don't never want to see nobody be better than him. I'm telling you.
He's next in line. He's next in line. Is there like a The last question, guys, gotta wrap
Is there like a love-hate though? Like,
Yeah.
fighter?
Yeah, I love the fighter. Like, I ain't gonna lie, if he was like chill, like he'll be the smoothest. But he's not. You know what I mean? He's a great fighter. And my bad. And
you're good, man.
And he cause I don't want to say like he's just a scumbag, but it's like he's a great fighter, and sometimes he can be good, but it's like it's always I'm this.
Davis feels that Mayweather didn't want a new champion, especially one with knockout power and wide appeal. Davis has said that even when the focus should be on him, Floyd always brings the talk back to his own legacy. Whether in interviews or press events, Davis felt like he was always pushed into Mayweather's shadow. For a fighter trying to build his own name, this was both frustrating and limiting.
You're backed by arguably one of the greatest of all time, right?
What are we rating ourselves on? What are we rating on?
Okay.
Well, we're going to know in the least amount of fights. You know, I didn't have to have 70 fights or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
All right.
In their first fight, Lamont Roach gave Davis more problems than many thought. Roach's timing, defense, and quick counterattacks showed weaknesses in Davis's normal style. His footwork also made it hard for Davis to land clean punches. Because of this, experts started to rethink how unbeatable Tank really is, and Roach gained confidence for their rematch.
Lamont Roach draws with Tank Davis in a 12-round championship fight for the ages. The 135-pounder Tank could not knock out the 130-pounder in Roach. This was a very close fight. How did it all happen? Let's talk about it. So this fight really got going in the 5th round. Tank did his classic download of information in the first 4 rounds. Then in the 5th and 6th, he starts opening up on Lamont, and we're thinking, okay, Tank's gonna knock him out soon. But in the 7th and the 8th, Lamont came back and started taking it to Tank, even wobbling Tank a little bit with a straight right in the 8th. In the 9th round, something really weird happened. Tank took a knee and ran back to his corner to get his face wiped off. I thought he forgot his mouthpiece at first, but he must have had something in his eye. But here's the thing, no point was taken away from Tank in that round for taking a knee. If a point was taken, then Lamont would have won the fight. Those two 114-114 scorecards would have had one less point for Tank. I just came to that epiphany. But in the championship rounds, this fight did not slow down. On my scorecard, I gave 10, 11, and 12 to Roach. He was landing the much cleaner shots. You could tell Tank was getting pissed every time he missed and Roach would land. I don't know, after reviewing this whole fight, I thought Roach won, but I'd have to go back and look very closely at those first 4 rounds. Tremendous fight though. I want to see a rematch. What did you guys think of the results? Let me know in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching.
In their first fight, Lamont Roach caused more problems for Davis than people expected. Roach's timing, defense, and quick counterpunches showed flaws in Davis's usual style. Roach's footwork also stopped Davis from landing clean combos. This made experts rethink how unbeatable Tank really is and gave Roach more confidence for their next fight.
Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach is staying as a draw, which is because Gervonta Davis obviously took a knee and it should have been called as a knockdown, but it wasn't. But this just means that Lamont Roach is going to take Gervonta Davis in the rematch, unless Gervonta Davis ducks the rematch with Lamont Roach because he knows he's going to get his once again.
If I get touched, it's
You
on-
come.
I'm
You come.
coming on that.
Veteran fighter Mikey Garcia shared his opinion, saying Davis can win the rematch, but only if he stays fully focused. Garcia stressed that outside distractions, especially anything related to Mayweather, could get in the way. If Davis ignores the drama and focuses on the basics, Garcia believes he has what it takes to win.
Hopefully, I think Tank wins in the rematch. Why? I think he'll make the right adjustments and he won't take too long to fight. He kind of gave a lot of the round away sometimes. I think he'll be more active and he'll win. But big props to Roach for his last fight and performance. Fuck, surprised everybody. Right.
I think he was robbed from the victory. Again, that knockdown should have been a knockdown.
Right.
But whatever, he gets a rematch, you know. And maybe they get a third fight, you know, after that. Who knows? Maybe
it turns the market back out.
Maybe it turns out to be another great fucking matchup, and they say, you know what, let's run it back.
Right.
And maybe that controversy from the first fight actually helps Roach fucking get 3 fights out of it instead of just the one, or you know, you never know. So hey, things happen for a reason, and I think he did really well in his first one. Hopefully he puts on a great fight, even if he were to lose, but in a great fight, shit, he'll get a third fight.
Right.
You know?
Mikey, what do you make of him saying he wants to go to therapy to fix his like mental health, but not yet because he doesn't want to get fixed yet because he needs that edge?
I'm not a psychiatrist, bro. I don't know. Everybody's a little different. What I got to say is, like, if you're dealing with any mental health, it seems to be a very common thing. I mean, if you don't feel that you're 100% dedicated or 100% capable of blocking out, you know, personal life issues or whatever to get in the ring, then don't get in the ring. Don't get in the ring. Now, if you're...
It seems like a lot of fighters
are
going through stuff and they get in the ring.
If you're going through stuff and you feel like maybe it's helping, like he says, maybe it's helping him do it,